FixEasy.com bringing you another repair video today. Looks like we're going to be working on the Samsung Galaxy Note 3. Today's video, we're going to show you the steps necessary to remove and replace the display assembly on your Note 3. Before we get started with our disassemble, let's review our suggested tools. A spudger, fine-tipped curved tweezers, plastic opening tools, precision knife set. Taking a look here at our Note 3, you're going to notice the severely damaged display. Let's begin our entry by finding the notch in our back cover and going at it with our plastic opening tool to pop free a series of clips and work ourselves around the perimeter of the phone until the back cover is removed. Let's go ahead and lift our battery out of the center of the phone. We've got 12 Phillips screws that are holding the plastic mid-frame and loudspeaker that need to be removed at this time. Let's not forget to remove our SIM card and micro SD card. Go ahead and slide the stylus out of its housing. Your plastic mid-frame and loudspeaker are secured with a series of clips that we can start here with our tweezers and then continue with our plastic opening tool to work ourselves around the entire phone for removal. Let's work on removing the motherboard from the phone, starting with our coaxial cable connection here in the corner. We can now remove a series of connectors, starting here with our proximity sensor, our front-facing camera, our headphone jack assembly. Here's our display connector, and then our connections over here for our dock port. With all of our connections removed, our motherboard should be free to lift from the body of the phone. We're going to remove the front-facing camera assembly here in the top corner. Let's go ahead and remove the black clip that's securing it in place, and then we can lift it out of the frame of the phone. We did this to give us access to pushing on the back of the display assembly to begin our separation for removal. At this point, let's talk about the options we have for replacement parts here. Our first shown here is going to be our display assembly with the full framework. If you're using this type of a replacement part, you're going to have to transplant all of your existing components from your existing display over to your new part. Your earpiece speaker, your vibrator motor, as well as your dock port needs to be transferred over. And here we're going to show you the replacement with just the display assembly, no frame. In this case, you're going to utilize your old framework, remove your broken display, and then you're going to secure the new display in place with adhesive. This is going to be what we're going to show you here today. Let's go ahead and get started with our heat gun or blow dryer and begin warming up the adhesive that's securing the display assembly. The heat gun will aid in softening up the adhesive, making it easier to pry up the display assembly from the existing framework. Remember how we previously removed our front-facing camera? Here we're now going to go ahead and push on the back of the display assembly, seeing if we can start our separation. Our display is severely damaged, so it's a little bit of a mess trying to start that gap. You might have a little bit better luck. We're going to have to go at ours with the flat side of our spudger, prying it up from the framework. Patience, and in some cases, the continued use of heat to keep our adhesive pliable is necessary. You need to be careful working down near the home button. There is a ribbon cable for the back and the menu button on either side of the home button that could be damaged when you peel up the display. You'll see that our phone was so damaged that our display came up in two pieces. The touchscreen digitizer and now the LCD that we're peeling up here. Let's hope yours doesn't look this bad. In preparation for our replacement part, we're going to go through with the flat side of our spudger and clean up some of this old adhesive and some of the stickers here and the debris left behind. Let's begin our reassembly by taking a look at our existing framework here with fresh adhesive installed. We send out free adhesive with all of our replacement parts. To apply the adhesive, you want to take scissors or your precision knife kit and cut your pieces to size and shape, and then install them accordingly in preparation for your replacement part. When you install the adhesive, do not neglect to cut holes for your front-facing camera, proximity sensors, earpiece speaker, and the buttons down here near the home button. Neglecting to do this will cause some of the features of your phone not to function properly. Here we're going to show you the adhesive that we installed directly onto our display assembly. We did cut the adhesive a little big, and you'll see that it extends over the side of the display. We'll show you here with our precision knife kit how we shaved that adhesive so that it's a perfect flush fit for when we install our new screen. Now that we're ready with all of our adhesive, let's set the home button into the display and peel up the covers on our adhesive strips. Let's guide our connections through the proper slots and then align up our display, starting up here with the earpiece speaker and then working down the sides to the home button. And then we can put firm pressure all the way around the perimeter of the display until it's securely into our framework. Our completed display assembly looks good. Let's begin to reinstall our components. Starting here with our front-facing camera assembly in the top corner. Securing it with the black clip. We can now bring our motherboard back down into the center of the phone. Let's maneuver it around the connections. Let's once again secure our connections, starting with our dock port here, our home button connections next. Here's our headphone jack connection, and then our display. Our coaxial connection here can go on its socket. And our last two connections here for the front-facing camera and proximity sensor. Let's bring in the plastic mid-frame and snap it into place all the way around the phone. Reinstall our 12 Phillips screws to secure it down. Slide our SIM card and micro SD cards back into the phone. Go ahead and reinstall our battery at this point. Don't forget our stylus down here in the bottom corner. And we can finish up by snapping our rear cover back on, firmly securing the clips all the way around. And then powering on the unit to check for full functionality. And there you have it. Another successful repair by FixEasy.com. All of the parts and tools you've seen today in this video are available at www.fixeasy.com. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and follow us on Twitter.